Hello everyone, my name is AZ and welcome to AZ's World. I'm here with my buddy Shania. Shania is, what's your spirit animal, Shania?
Koala.
And y'all already know what I am, Pegasus Unicorn Mommy, that's me. Anyway, so today we have a very requested video. I'm probably gonna get cursed out because you guys have been asking for this for a very long time and I've been in my own world.
I love that we're in the country and you can hear the crickets when we're quiet. You're like, and I just
But anyway, so today is, like I said, a very real requested video. I know that a lot of high school juniors?
Yeah.
Seniors. A lot of high school seniors are going through the college application process, and it's probably making you guys want to pull your hair out and jump out of a building, because that's what it made me want to do. But I know it can be super tough. So today we're going to be talking about some college statistics on how we got into Penn State University.
Oh, today's October 2nd, baby girl. You should have filled out FAFSA yesterday if you want money.
Let's talk about money. And let's talk about how y'all not gonna get it. How about we talk about that? So yeah, let's start the video off that way. Let's keep it real. You know what? I'm gonna switch this up. We're gonna do college statistics, and we are gonna tell you guys how we got into Penn State. But we're gonna talk about what y'all about to go through, how it's about to go down. Like, we're gonna give you the real tea real quick. Okay? Tea time. You know how they say, oh, we give scholarships to everybody. Scholarships are so easy. There's so many. You know, if you're tall, you get a scholarship. If you're left-handed, you get a scholarship. If you wear glasses, like, no, you're probably not gonna get it. And we're gonna be real.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to be like a Debbie Downer, but
bro, and y'all, one thing that people really need to stop applying to these big scholarships. Big scholarships have thousands, maybe even millions of people applying. It's a very small chance that you're gonna get that.
Y'all are gonna be on College Board. Y'all are gonna be on these huge sites like FastWeb and scholarships.com.
They lying to you.
It's a scam. All those 2-sentence quick money scholarships, you're not gonna get that one either. Because you know how many people are applying to those? About 1 billion. Seriously, keep in mind the simple fact that it's not only US students applying to these things. Like, students, there's out of the country, like,
bro, all around the world,
students applying
to those scholarships.
Exactly, applying to the scholarships, applying to the same school that you applied to. Like, so keep an open mind, and if a scholarship seems small, that means you have a better chance. Like, don't run away from a $200 scholarship, because any money is good money.
Yep.
Any money is good money. All right, so I think the next thing that we should discuss is like just the school selection process as a whole, like reaches, safeties, things like that.
Oh yeah.
Because some of you guys may be having a tough time. I think application portals might have just opened.
No, application portals open. Common App opens August 1st.
Oh,
I took that seriously.
So y'all been in this?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay. That's you good. We'll put up over it. They're not even gonna know what you said.
On August 1st, I did do the simple information. I'm such a procrastinator. I know.
Get it out the way.
So on August 1st, fill out that information. They ask you your name, your address, your state. It's not even about school.
But it's so
just personal. It is. It's just personal information.
The thing about Common App, and even if some of you guys don't use Common App, if you want to apply through the website for some schools, like I know I applied to Penn State through its website because Penn State wasn't on the Common App before, and then this was, well, this year or last year. That was their first year on Common App.
They're weird because other schools like fully, like Rutgers, not on Common App at all. You have to go through Rutgers. Yeah. But Penn State is halfway on Common App. You send a regular information through Common App, but they want you to apply through their website.
So
like
you
have to put in your grade.
The whole thing on their site.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You have to do the student
self-report. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I would say in regards to like safety and reach schools, before we even get into like the nitty-gritty, shoot for the stars. Like, your reach school is probably more of a safety than you think it is. Also, since we're on this topic, don't take the SATs for granted. At 800, 900 is not okay. I would say safe place
is like
1000 plus.
Yeah.
1000 plus, you're gonna get into a college.
Yeah.
A good one.
And yeah, it's just, and people think that you need a 1600. You do
don't
not need a 6. The SATs is about being a good test taker.
Yeah, it's not about what you know. It's about your common sense and how well you can do at this. Like, I think the SATs and the ACTs are a sham, but you have to do it. Really invest in the SAT preparation courses. Do that.
And if you like probability, take the ACT, because they have more questions, which means the more questions you have, the less each question is worth.
But you got like 45 minutes to do 70 questions.
Okay, but the more questions you have, the less each one is worth.
Like me, if you're a slow thinker like me, that's excruciating.
Okay, but you can guess. The ACT got about 200 questions, right? They got about 200 questions. You're not gonna finish all 200, but you could bubble it in with 200 questions. That means each question is worth half a point.
You know what's gonna take you where you need to go and get you that grade that you need? Khan Academy. Khan Academy.
Yeah, and that is free.
A1. It's free. They teach you what you gotta know. Might as well get used to them teaching it to you over a computer, because you're gonna have to take online courses in college anyway. So it's not really like you're even missing much. Take the SAT twice, because the first time could go really bad, the second time could go way better. Limit yourself to a third time. I don't know if it's a myth or not, but a lot of like teachers I had were like, if you take it more than 3 times,
it's just gonna keep declining. And that's true. I have friends who took it 4 or 5 times. Your third time is usually your peak.
And don't let your SAT score stop you from applying to where you want to go, because anything,
like she said,
possible.
Shoot for the stars.
Because I am a prime example. I'm not gonna go ahead and drop my SAT score. I'm gonna just tell you one thing: it wasn't awful, but I can honestly, like, you have way more capabilities than you think you do. Like, I honestly didn't think that I was gonna get into Penn State. I had full faith that, considering my extracurriculars and like my grades and stuff like that, like that was really strong. I was a heavily involved student. I was academically like just on top of my stuff. Be well-rounded.
And test does not define who you are. They are looking at your essay. They are looking at your test scores. They are looking at your grades. They are looking at your extracurricular, because a lot of people are better in one area than they are in another.
And it's okay if you're like straight academics. Like, if you're not interested in the whole sports thing, then that's okay. But it is good to try to get involved wherever you can. You don't have to overwhelm yourself, but maybe having 1 or 2 clubs and extracurriculars under your belt, it'll benefit you.
That's the thing though. My counselor told me, like, there's kids who just they're good at school and they're like, I don't like clubs. Like, it's okay if you don't like clubs. Don't force yourself to do something. Take what you're good at and make it work for you. Become a tutor and talk about that.
True. Literally, here's the high school, because really high school is just faking it till you make it. Every single thing that you do in high school, like I know my high school had like certain criteria, and you had to meet a certain amount of hours for like community service and stuff like that, and building your resume and stuff for college. Absolutely anything that you do in high school can be put on your resume. If you stood after class and helped your teacher one day, you are a class monitor.
Oh, you are a TA.
You are a TA. Teach that class.
From like, okay, so we were talking about like reaches and safeties and schools that like were like middle ground. So like, make sure, please make sure that your safety school is a school that you are comfortable with going to.
Don't do it because somebody else wants you to do it either.
Safety schools are schools that you definitely know that you will get into, but you must like the school. Because if you go there and you don't like it, it's not going to be a fun experience. I know people who had to go to their safety schools because they didn't get into the schools that they knew they were going to get into, like their middle ground, and they didn't like their safety schools that you applied to.
And even if it's a reach school, like if you apply to Harvard but you don't think you're gonna get in, so what? What's the worst thing they could say? No. So for those of you applying to Penn State, first of all, like, you about to be lit, but also like, don't let the hype scare you off.
But the thing is, like, one thing that I appreciate about it is like, even though it's a large school, you never feel lost.
Yeah.
Well, I know I have. I can't speak for everybody, but like, it's a big school, but there's some place for everyone.
I agree.
Like, the hub is always crowded, but people literally sit on the stairs. Like, there's places to go.
There's always something to do.
Yeah.
All the time.
You can just sit on the lawn and just relax. Like, it's a big school, but there's a place for everybody.
They literally say, like, if you ever come on a tour here, you're gonna hear the same cliche, and I know it sounds bad when they're like, oh, it's a huge school, but it's small, big school, small view. Yeah, no, but like, facts, like, it really is. You'll have your individual college, and even that college will still be big, but like, the friends you make and the people you meet, the interactions are so intimate, but you still get that whole, like, countrywide feel here. Like it's literally its own world. It's its own town. So like majority of the cliches that they have for the university, like they are true.
Yeah, I thought it was pretending.
No,
pretending. Like it felt like a commercial.
Seriously, like
it felt like a commercial.
Are we being helpful? Do you think we're being helpful?
I think we need to like talk about like what we did.
Talk about your trauma in your essay. They love that.
I feel like it was a scary time. The application process was a scary time.
I wrote about my trauma and they were like, they ate that shit up.
Well, mine was about a mango tree.
Mine was about being inside my mind.
A tip for college essays, don't just let any and everybody read your stuff either.
Yeah.
Limit the amount of people who edit
needs to be
stuff.
authentic.
Give it to about like two
people, yeah.
Because once you exceed that number, different people are gonna add their taste of writing into something that's supposed to be yours. And like don't let your parents read your stuff.
Oh yeah, my mom has never read my college essay.
No, give it to somebody who's it's their job to do it. Also, just write when you have bursts of inspiration. Like I got my best ideas at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
So whenever you get inspired, just start writing. And wait, one thing that I learned from one of my professors here, so I guess you guys can apply this to the college admission process even though I didn't have it, is write a really crappy first draft. It can be absolutely
you just gotta start.
Trash. Just start and write it and then scrap out whatever's garbage and replace it with magic. Just do it.
I had a 4.0, but it wasn't 100 average. I just had a 4.0 according to College Board. It wasn't 100. It's definitely not 100. But what else? My SAT score was okay. It was a 12-10.
It was okay. Like, do you know how difficult that actually is to get?
My mom is very involved, so I had enough community service. I was honor society, cheerleader, dancer, clubs, volunteer. Like
I did a lot of volunteer work too.
Yeah.
I think this school in particular is looking for really heavily involved
students. Yeah, because I know kids who have like didn't have like the best GPA, but like they were just well-rounded.
There are some students here who broke like world records. Don't let that intimidate you, but think about it. I had a 3.8 GPA in high school. I was also involved on several teams throughout my high school process. I was on the indoor track team, cross country team, volleyball team, and then I did several clubs like Girl Up, things like that. Like I was, like I said, heavily involved. But then I also had a part-time job when I was at school.
That looks really good.
And it does look really good because they know that you're good at balancing your time. So I highly recommend getting a job because you get to have your own co-op in your pocket too. Go off, Diana.
So hi,
tell them what
I'm
they need
Diana.
to know.
Okay, go to your counselors because they will help you, most of them. I had a really good counselor and he helped me. I went to him crying multiple times about scholarships and money, and he helped me, and he was a really good guy, and he's the best. So
counselor here or counselor in high school?
In high school.
A lot of counselors are just there for clout. Like they won't help, and then you get into a school that not everybody's going to, and they'll be like, yeah, hey, we helped you do this. Like you really didn't, and like screw you.
Every school has like that
this
one.
Is serious advice. YouTube is your best friend.
YouTube really is.
They will answer your questions. You know how many times I was like, how to work Common App?
Especially, especially when you're like first generation, do that, because I didn't know how to move in. I didn't know what to do, what to pack, nothing.
Yo.
Shout out to Sid's Fits.
Resource. You're a resource.
I'm a resource. I stole it from my. You can just.
This is getting me so annoyed. Sorry. Story time. Our lock got jammed today, and so housing had to come and like put some oil in it, and now every time I put my key in it, I get oil all over my hand.
Welcome to college.
I wish I knew how crappy financial aid was. Like my biggest thing was like, I'm from New York, like AZ, and my biggest thing was getting out of the city for 4 years. And so I was like, oh, like I should just apply to all these different schools and all these different states and all that. I got the worst financial aid from every single one of those schools. So basically the only reason I'm here is because of scholarship money. But I wish going into it that I would have known to just take advantage of in-state tuition and to just apply to in-state schools. If you're from New York, do the whole Macaulay process, because a lot of people that I know who did it.
It's oftentimes you're gonna get the lesser end of the stick with college financial aid. Just don't lose hope, because where there's a will, there's a way. Oh, also, don't room with somebody you already know. Like,
that ruins friendships.
Meet a stranger.
You think you know them.
When they were like, oh,
For those of you going through the application process, good luck. It gets better, I promise. Patience is a virtue. It's gonna seem like a very lengthy process, but it's only gonna make you stronger.
Do not procrastinate.
Don't.
I cannot emphasize
These two
enough.
were the master procrastinators.
Yeah.
I feel it's so much better if you get your stuff done early, and then while you watch all your friends the night that the Common App is due, like, oh my god, it's almost midnight, I need to submit, and they're freaking
Why
out.
are you at me next time? Like, why did
She got it, so you can too.
Make sure you tune into my next video. I'm sure that these ones will have something to do with it. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends, all that stuff. And tune in for more Penn State related stuff, because hey, like, that's what we're here for. We have nothing else better to do. But thanks again. Bye.